sketchbook flip through for you all. I finished this sketchbook recently, and this is again another sketchbook that I made on my own using some sketchbook pages and cutting them and tying them together with this piece of yarn. I went lazy with the cover for the sketchbook. I could have gone for a more harder and more creative cover, but I got lazy and so I didn't really bother with it. So anyways, we're going to start off with the sketchbook flip through now. Okay, so the first page I tend to keep either blank, or I write something about the art journal or the sketchbook, or I discuss the theme of the sketchbook if I do decide to have one. But for this I didn't have anything in mind, and I just wanted to paint and practice some of my acrylic paintings. Okay, so the first page is about a random thing that happened. So I was eating chips and I went to the washroom and I accidentally dropped these catechins, or the chips I was eating, and I felt really inspired to paint that. So I painted that section of my bathroom tiles and the chip on that was on the floor, and I wrote something about it, and I think what this made me feel like I wrote that. So, and I was watching the movie Dear X on Netflix that day while painting it. Okay, so this is a spread. Okay, so this is a painting of Michael Scofield, who is the main character from Prison Break. So I never got myself to finish the whole show, even though my friends would always force me. I only was able to finish like the first season and I think some of the second season, but I do want to catch up. I just feel like it's going to take a lot of time and I always get lazy thinking about it. So anyways, this is Michael Scofield and I painted this in acrylics. Okay, now this is a painting that I absolutely love, and I turned this into art prints, which you can also get from my Instagram at nushas.serendipity, or you can check the link down in the description box below. So yeah, this is that doll. Now this is a page that was made from leftover paint, and I just painted some strawberries without using any reference, and this was just a random character that I came up with. Okay, so next is Gojo Sensei from Jitsu Kaisen, and he is one of my favorites, well, if not my most favorite character from the series. And this is another painting I turned into art prints, and the art prints are also available for this. You can always check my Redbubble and Instagram out. Now after this painting I felt really uninspired, and it's always that whenever I'm really busy I'll get a lot of inspiration and ideas about what to paint, but as soon as I get free and have the time to actually paint something, I run out of ideas and inspiration. So this was a phase of art block for me, but I got over it pretty quickly. So this is Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen again. I think I painted this in watercolors or maybe watered down acrylics. Either way, I love the texture in this painting and I think it turned out really good. Okay, next are these doodles and ink sketches that I did. I don't know what this was supposed to be. I just randomly drew that, but I love this one and this one from this page, and I think they turned out really good. And this is another photo I found on Pinterest, and I was really inspired by the lighting in that photo and wanted to replicate something like that. Okay, so this is a scene from my bathroom. I took this photo and I was really inspired by the lighting and the colors in my washroom, and my friends absolutely loved this idea and painting. So yeah, these were some pencil sketches that I did. I again was feeling uninspired while painting these, but I drew what was coming to my mind and came up with these. These are some unfinished sketches I never got myself to paint. I think these were of Young from SF9, but I'm not sure. So this is another painting I drew from a reference on Pinterest. I again turned art prints of this design as well. I kind of struggled with painting the neon signs at first, but I think they turned out really good when the layers started to build up slowly. Okay, now for this I was actually giving an interview for my art society at my college, and the head of the society suggested that I painted more from real life. So I took some salt and pepper jars and just went on to painting, and I think they look really good. This is a painting of a ramen shop in Japan, I think, and I made a video painting this as well. That there's a time lapse for this, and I think you should definitely check that out if you haven't already. Here is Spongebob. This is another video. This is from another video I did on my YouTube channel. It's up, and if you haven't already watched it, you should definitely do that. This was for an art competition. The theme was of a robot in a futuristic but desi setting. So I kind of drew the food street of Lahore, but and I edited it later on, so I added more effects and neon signs and all. Okay, this is one of my favorite paintings. I absolutely love the colors, and it was really fun to paint as well. So I will probably do more videos of me painting water and waves, since they're really fun to paint as well. Okay, so this was when I started getting kind of obsessed with gradients, and I was impressed with how nicely blended they were and how good they turned out. This is a random illustration I thought of, and it was made completely from mind and without any reference. So this was a painting I made of my friend, and I wanted to experiment with the color palette and was going for a more pop art sort of theme, and it turned out really good, and he absolutely loved it. Moving on. So this was a really abstract kind of painting. I didn't know where I was going with it. I just painted a gradient with reds and oranges, and I initially wanted to paint silhouettes of trees, coniferous trees, using a fan brush, but it didn't look nice and I wasn't impressed by it, so I just started putting random strokes, and I think it turned out really good. And it looks like a Chinese setting, like a small civilization. Like there are some shops, there's some valleys amongst the forest, and there are ships that are sailing out to sea. So now next is Sang-woo from Squid Game, who is my favorite character from Squid Game, and I also have a YouTube video up on my channel where I'm painting him. The last painting is of these lanterns that I was inspired to draw from the previous painting, which was this one. So I wanted to paint these Chinese lanterns, and I think they turned out really good again. So I also turned this painting into digital art that I'm attaching here. And yeah, with that being said, we are done with the flip through. There's nothing at the end, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
See you next Sunday. Bye bye.